God damn, I love me some Justice League. I really do. They're probably my favorite superhero team in DC. Definitely one of the most iconic. They are the premier flagship group for DC. I mean, I love them even more than the Avengers, which, granted, with the current state of the MCU, is not a high bar to clear.
This is Stark. You hear me?
But it clears it immaculately. They are composed of the 7 best and brightest and even the strongest members of the DC universe. Hell, even past the core 7, there is thousands of members.
Oh my god, bro.
Oh, hell no, man. What the fuck, man?
Fucking man, bet with the fuck did... Who? What? Fuck it. Why? You would think out of a team made of thousands of superheroes, at least one of them would have the power of fucking standards, because there are so many frauds that sneak through the cracks. At this point, it's called an infestation. So today, I will be looking at one of the most questionable characters on this team. A character who has made me ask a question that needs answering ever since I was a wee little baby Tari. Who the fuck invited Hawkman? Now, I've been reading comics for a very long time. This means 2 things. I'm constantly having to fend off pussy with a stick, so it's a miracle I could stop having sex long enough to make this video. And 2, I know a lot about comics. They are incredibly convoluted and very complicated. A medium that's been around for several decades is pretty hard to maintain a cohesive storyline. However, Hawkman is some bullshit. His origin is labeled on the DC Wiki as notoriously convoluted, which even just saying that feels like an understatement. It's like if your house is burning down around you and you say, it's a little bit warm in here. He's both a black guy and a white guy. He's both an Egyptian prince and a regular archaeologist. He's a reincarnation and also just a normal alien warlord. He is just too many things. I wouldn't be surprised if DC did another reboot and he's the goddamn Muffin Man.
Muffin Man?
The Muffin Man?
The Muffin Man?
Hawkman has been around for over 70 years, predating both the end of World War II and Oppenheimer's legendary football game against Japan. He's been through a lot of changes. So many changes. I forgot to mention, he's also a space cop. That's a thing. God, everything about Hawkman's history is just an absolute convoluted mess. By the way, his powers kinda suck too.
Your powers are bullshit!
Interesting fact, a superhero named Hawkman has wings. That's it, that's the video. Okay, so Hawkman's wings are a little bit confusing. Sometimes he makes them, other times they're built into his body, other times they're pieces of armor, sometimes they're magic, sometimes they're not. But at the end of the day, they're always made of a substance called nth metal. Fuck it. It's called ninth metal. Ninth metal has mystical healing properties. It can, give you a little bit of strength, boost your speed and stamina, and heals you a little bit. It also has anti-gravity properties, which allows him to fly, which would be really, really cool. But once again, flight is not a unique power. It's not lacking in the Justice League. Pretty much almost every single member is capable of flight. Hell, even Batman with his pilot's license is capable of flight. So really, it doesn't make him stand out any better from the rest of the league. On top of that, he has an anti-magic mace, which in the specific circumstance where they're facing off against somebody with magic, I guess, is useful. But outside of that, it's just a really, really clunky piece of metal that he hits people really hard with. He's a great fighter, but he's not exactly clearing most people. And the reason for this is because his power is also his greatest fucking weakness. The amount of times where he's had his wings cut or ripped off of his back is a lot. Matter of fact, he ran up on Deathstroke, the guy who's essentially just Captain America but cooler. He took down every single member of the league that ran up on him systematically, and in order to combat Hawkman, you know what he did? Made him into a 10-piece bucket. He's been around for a couple of decades, so naturally, yeah, they would try to rework, tweak, and reinvent things that don't work. But they do it so often, at the end of the day, it starts to seem like nothing works. Like, the character isn't interesting enough on his own, so they have to constantly reinvent him. It's not updating him for modern audiences, it's basically putting on a new hat or a new haircut and saying, oh, yeah, new personality, this is new, this is shiny. Please buy the comic, he's so cool, he's so cool! Alright, it's 4 a.m. and I've been working on this for a really long time, so let me just keep this brief. Thank you all for 100 subscribers. It's incredible. I didn't really think that this would happen, but it has happened. And we growing, we moving, we got motion. And it's fucking crazy. Drop a like on this video, share it with your friends, and comment down below what other fraudulent heroes you want me to cover in this series. It can even extend to anime characters, video games, any people that you wonder who the fuck invited them. Also, I didn't mention Hot Girl because in the Justice League cartoon, she's actually a really well fleshed out character. Also, she bad as shit and I'm trying to fuck.